Hey everyone, this is Tayman. We're gonna run some very bad Puzzle League action right here. And I'm joined by BB Forky.
What's up, everybody?
So I'm gonna be trying my best to commentate a little bit, but this game requires a fair amount of focus if I don't want to just mess up all the time. So Forky's gonna handle commentary where I can't. Otherwise, it's a very cozy stream, or a very cozy game. Actually, we want to start you guys off with this amazing cutscene. And unfortunately, Flashy spoiled it already.
Hi, Professor O. Hello, Ash. I have an important message.
Yeah, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
I'll go sign up.
I'm so proud of you, Ash. Being selected for this event is such an honor. Well, there's no time to explain everything. You must hurry.
Well, let's go.
Wait! Don't forget to come and see me in my office in Puzzle League Village.
Yeah.
Did you hear me, Ash?
Eager to prove themselves in this new type of Pokemon battle, Ash and Pikachu race to Pokemon Puzzle League Village.
There it is, Pikachu. Are you ready for another new challenge? Pikachu!
Alright, so that intro is like... It's like being good at boxing, and then you get invited to a luge tournament. Because Puzzle League is just totally different from actual Pokemon. So, yeah, this should hopefully be very cozy, and I hope that the puzzling action is very impressive, and I just don't mess this up entirely. So, do you have anything else to add before we get started, Forky?
Nah, we got plenty of time to explain things as we go along, so kick it off.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with just the Pokemon series in general. This speedrun is a spin-off from the Pokemon series, based off of an older puzzle franchise called Panel to Pawn, or as you might know, the English version, Tetris Attack. It's essentially a match 3 game at core, but there's a bunch of different things you're going to be utilizing during this run. For instance, the main mechanic that you'll be seeing is called chains, and once you clear 3 or more in a row and you keep linking them as they fall into place, that's where you get the chain. And then if you clear like 4 more in a row, just all at the same time, that's where you get a combo that occurs. So Tayman's going to be doing that. That's how he sends garbage to the opponent. You can see all those like yellow blocks. In order to get rid of those, you have to clear your blocks matching next to them. And so it's basically, once the opponent runs out of time, there's like an imaginary timer, but once they don't have any more clears and stuff. Tayman did a reset already here at the beginning. This is quite normal for this mode. This is super hard, which is one of the 5 modes, the hardest. The AI is quite relentless in this mode, to where that you'll see him take these restarts, because one of the most consistent strategies we've found throughout the years, it's going to be called the double 4 strat, where he throws those 2-4 combos like you see on Gary's side there, and he tries to separate the AI stack. And once one is lower than the other, he'll prioritize trying to clear that first, and if he runs out of moves, he'll just give up on whatever the other side is. That might sound confusing, but once Tayman actually gets a setup for the kill, we'll be able to show it off, because they kind of just act stupid and don't do anything afterward.
Yeah, they're very obvious. And already Gary's kind of giving me a hard time right now.
Gary actually
Unfortunately,
being one of the most annoying opponents in this run too, so it's completely normal to be trolled here early.
Well, I have a new strat in Gary 1 where I just send the garbage right after he raises his stack if I can time it right. And that's way more consistent, I've found.
If anything, this is a pretty reset-heavy run when you are trying to go for a world record. I believe is the estimate for this 40 minutes that you said, Tay?
Yeah.
Which is a very fair estimate that almost every top runner does at this game. But world records in the low 17 minutes, so that should just tell you how big of a range this game can get.
If I finish underestimate enough, I'm gonna show off some frame-perfect tricks at the end, but that's if time's permitting. Right now, it's not being the best.
Yeah, good old Gary. Yeah, one of the 16 opponents, like I mentioned, a lot of it goes through a lot of how the anime progresses. So you see a lot of the gym leaders, some of the Elite Four and whatnot. A couple side characters that we'll get into. We'll try not to spoil it a little bit, just in case you guys haven't seen the game before.
Alright, that's a good setup here. Not for sevens, but that's fine. We saved it. Actually, okay.
So while he's trying to get through this, I can talk about a little bit of the win condition.
There we go. Oh, also, really quick. After every stage, whoever can choose a Pokemon first, I'll choose that Pokemon. So, starting with the next stage.
Yeah. If you're curious, the Pokemon decision doesn't matter at all, except for, like, the couple of frames that you gotta scroll down, so... You kind of lose time picking a different one, but it is Puzzle League, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, in this game, you don't automatically lose when your stack reaches the top. Instead, there's this mechanic called stop time. And it's not shown anywhere on the screen. It's something you kind of just get used to playing. And once that timer runs out, that's when you lose. But that timer can be extended or delayed in several ways. So like when you do a clear, it delays the timer, or when you do combos or chains, that timer gets extended. So you can keep yourself living more and more, basically just by clearing more.
Yeah, if you guys have ever watched like old Tetris Attack tournament videos, like at okay, this is not like at I think they had some at like PAX. Like, some of those can go on for 15 minutes because it's not like Tetris where you just might not get what you need. If you're pretty good, you can just like stay alive indefinitely because of the stop time.
Mm-hmm. Theoretically, if you have two people who are playing perfect, this game would never end on versus, but like at top level, there's 10 different levels that you can play on, which adjust the speed and clearing speed. And at level 10, it's pretty ridiculous. And there are a few individuals that have survived for a long time, but no one can really last forever. But yeah, now you're seeing this run take a little bit of its course right now. He had a quick Brock kill, and now Misty giving him a little bit of trouble. He'll elect to extend out his chains a little bit here too. Sometimes you'll see him drop it a little bit earlier, sometimes it'll go longer, and it's just dependent on the situation that he gets. Like if Misty's not doing anything at the beginning, he might opt to do a bigger chain, and it worked out in that case because Misty eventually cleared a lot of her blocks down, and Tay ended up getting a kill at 30 seconds, which is a very good time. 30 seconds is a good range you want to shoot for, or sub 20. Those are kind of hard to come by sometimes, Yeah, shout outs to FFR Pro and chat, a really good runner of this game. And yeah, there's a VOD of him versus Cards of the Heart from SGDQ 2016, I believe, when Tetris Attack was a tournament there. The only time we'll ever run a tournament there, because there's so much lag in that game, the matches just didn't end. Luckily, there's like little to no lag in 2D here. There is a 3D mode in this game, which we won't be seeing, which is kind of a shit show in the first place. But those matches on 3D can last forever.
Oh, thank you for this person that followed me. I guess alerts are coming through.
Yo, it's Keto Fox, dude. We're only 6 followers away from the PPL Puzzle University run, guys. If you guys want to see a hot Puzzle University run on twitch.tv/TaymanND, you gotta follow right now. We're getting so close.
Dude, this is the event of the century. And I'm probably going to be resetting this pretty soon if he doesn't die. That. Stop it. Okay, stop it, Surge. I do want to point out that while I'm chaining, I'm also trying to watch the AI screen, which is the hardest skill to develop. Because I got into this game, I played Tetris Attack when I was 5 years old, and I just knew how to play this game like right from the beginning. But I had to learn how to do the setup, and I don't want to do a 7 there. Alright, that was cool.
Yeah, the versus com, not only for this game, but for a lot of the series, is actually very unique, because each game kind of has their quirks that you have to find out to defeat the AI. And specifically focusing on this game, there's like 3 different modes that people like to speedrun. There's...
Alright, there we go.
Oh, nice. Catch and Surge with the tall right tower there. Sometimes that's pretty fortunate. It'll take him a long time to run his cursor up there. But yeah, there's 3 main categories, I would say, for this game. Subcategories within each. The versus mode that Tayman's doing, it's kind of, you need a roundabout knowledge for everything. You need to have the skills to keep up your chains, because you never know when you'll have to keep extending it. You need to have the knowledge when to cut off your chains, and just overall, you need good speed and everything. Like, just a good mix of everything. There's a marathon mode, which is just like score dependent. A lot of people will do that, and that's basically just a chain test. You'll see people go for like the 20s and stuff to try to get as high a score as possible.
The biggest challenge in this game is the N64 controller.
Yeah, the N64 controller is quite odd. One of the only 3-prong controllers out there. I feel like once you get used to the D-pad, it's not too bad, but there's definitely like much better options than the N64 controller. The other of the 3 modes I didn't mention yet is Spa Service, which is essentially a line clear mode. You just gotta clear blocks as fast as you can, which in that case you don't want to do chains because it slows you down. You just want to prioritize multiple clears.
Okay, if Erica doesn't die after this, we're gonna
see that hot reset.
Yep.
Yeah, it can be a struggle. There's a lot of judgment things you do while playing this game, because some people will like to play through the matches, but you can talk to plenty of the runners. Almost every single one of them's had a 10+ minute match. Some of them are up in the 15 to 20 minute range. I'm sure there's an unrecorded 30-minute match somewhere out there.
Drop it. I'm so good at this game. Oh. Oh yeah. So I saw an opening on the left there and just immediately dropped my chain and got the quick kill.
Yeah, that was the perfect instance of it too. Like, he had so many blocks on the right, or she had so many blocks on the right side. But since that left garbage block was so low and Erica was just looking to clear that and had no moves, she just gave up the match entirely. And that's the one big exploit that Tay is going to be doing for literally every single stage of this run.
Alright, I need you to do a little bit. Venom off. Ooh, I think that I might... we'll see here. Sweet. Yeah, so Koga helped me out a lot there. Also, thank you for the other follow, whoever did that.
Oh, we're getting up there, boys. We're 5 followers away. No. Puzzle University is one of the highest intensity modes out there, too, Tay. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. Also, I wouldn't actually speedrun it. I would just play through it because I've never actually like.
Puzzle University is essentially, it just gives you a puzzle to solve and you have a certain number of moves to do it. So doing a speedrun of it, if you just have everything memorized or even just wrote down, it's all about just like really menu movement and how fast you do your moves. It would be a pretty solid speed run.
Oh, nice. I would just see if I could figure them out, honestly, because I don't know, like, I don't know half of those puzzles.
Yo, that depends, FFR. We gotta meet that follower goal next, dude. 5 followers away.
Way to go!
Some of them can get really, really tricky. Like, I don't think I've beaten all the extra puzzles in that mode without looking them up. Then again, I have little patience for things like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's more that I would just rather, like, play the main game and, like, try to get a record. Dude, I lost world record to this a few weeks ago on like a 5-minute Gary 2, but up until Gary 2, I had 2 resets the entire run. I was gonna break world record by a minute and a half, and then Gary happened.
Mm-hmm. All too common in this game, man. Gary, Mewtwo, Bruno, any of those late game ones can kill. Tayman's pretty much cruising right now. He is past the halfway point to Tracy, one of the first non-gym leader characters here, and one of the bigger trolls, because this is where it's noticeably like a bigger speed ramp of the opponent's cursor for this part of the run. So Tracy likes to ruin a lot of paces, at least in my runs, I would say.
Well, with the second half of the game, it gets it depends on your perspective. It gets a little easier because the AI is just so much better. And they can, Alright, well, okay. I thought maybe that could work, but not
KSS,
quite.
there is no way Blinzer would play super easy, by the way. You can't even get that man to play level 9. Shoutouts to Blinzer, by the way.
Oh shit, you can do high score and super easy?
It keeps a time or a score count for you, so you can.
Why would anyone do that?
I don't know, but you can. I mean, if you're a beginner of the game, it's easier to get chains. So besides Marathon, there's a practice mode called Mimic Mansion, and part of it is a super easy mode where the game's just like basically played in slow motion. So you can get chains pretty easily and stuff off of it, but it is painfully slow.
Alright. What? Tracy! So I think Tracy might have, like, broken the rules there, and sometimes that happens.
Dude, that's...
Where, like, there's...
KSS, that's not a bad idea. We have a panel attack tournament coming up. I should make a bet with Blinzer. If I beat him in bracket, I'm gonna make him play super easy on PPL max score. Oh, oh, I got ideas now.
Alright, that's not the buttons I pressed, but that's fine. N64 controller strikes again. That's probably gonna be good, actually. Awesome. Sometimes you just get bailed out by the AI just being a dummy.
So close on that, too. He was one swap away. I don't think he would have had it clear afterward, but what a waste.
Yeah, I had a 4. Yeah, I had a 4 combo coming.
Oh, you guys are planning some devious things in chat right now. Oh my. Yeah, so this is pretty custom for Puzzle League. Tayman's been, like, he'll get trolled every once in a while, but he's picked up the pace a lot here. And I don't know, I'll ask you on this, Tayman, but is your end games quicker than your early games? Because I feel like that when I do runs.
In general, or
yeah, just in
general? Maybe. Honestly, it really depends on the day. like I said, my PB is like quick everything until Gary.
I just, whenever I have done runs and trying to get them started, I usually have trouble. Then I kind of just accept the run that's kind of on bad pace. But since like the late AI is considerably faster, I typically get more consistent quick kills then. But yeah, it just really depends on the day.
I'm gonna... Rocket's like kind of low on blocks, so if Rocket makes like... Okay, now I should probably reset. It's such a... And I'm being a lot more lenient with it because it's for a marathon. Actually, that's, yeah, I got lucky there.
Hey, we take those, man. Those are what you like to see.
Yeah, when I'm going for PBs, and going for PBs is one of the most stressful experiences of your life in this game. I'm very reset happy. Just the numbers, I'm pretty sure the numbers say that there's just a good chance you're not going to get that kill, and you should do a reset. So shoutouts to wasting Giovanni's time.
Yeah, if there's one thing you learn from playing this game, it's all the sound effects that come with it.
Why would you... Come on, Gio.
Because there are quite a few of them. And specifically, one of my favorites coming up, I hope we get the specific Pokemon for it. Some of you might know already.
Oh man, KSS is getting that calling the Pokemon strats. And anyone can do that. The first person to... After I beat a stage, the first person to make a request gets to pick the Pokemon. And you also win a new car. So...
Oh, shoot.
Get in on that.
Also, we are still 5 followers away from meeting the Pokemon Puzzle League Puzzle University incentive. Sorry, I'm overselling out now, dude.
That just as a heads up, that's not part of the marathon. That's for my own personal stream growth. So,
true.
So shoutouts to
my second favorite channel behind Twitch.tv/Jarvitz, which you should also follow. 2 high-quality channels.
Dude, shoutouts to Jarvitz.
Shoutouts to Jarvitz, man.
I don't know who that is.
Tay has never even met him. Shoutouts to Jarvitz.
Ah, Richie. Why would you have that clear on the bottom, Richie? You don't need to do that. Okay, no, that's not good. Is Mewtwo being beaten? Mewtwo's actually free. Quo? Whatever. Quo, I think.
That's your opinion, though. I would disagree on the Mewtwo part. Hard disagree. Don't look up my PV, basically.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Come on, Richie. Dude, shoutouts to Flagelstan, who beat on his Mewtwo PB, sent over like 3 lines of garbage and won in 20 seconds.
Dude, shoutouts to Flagelstan, who said he would never get over 30 minutes on a race time, and then he did on like every single race with me. Shouts to everybody.
Dude, shoutouts to everyone in the puzzle community. Okay, that's not looking good for Richie.
Actually, shoutouts to Cards of the Heart, who has the world record in this category at a 17:01. Man puts in a lot of work throughout the entire series. He has multiple records across this, and he had some in Tetris Attack. Maybe he has some lower difficulty ones still. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. He's been everywhere. He's found some AI manipulation in different games.
Ooh, that's... Drop it. No. Richie. I should probably start. Okay, that stack's pretty high. Cards actually has a membership to the World Record Store.
That is true. He might own it, actually. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, the proprietor. But then, occasionally Yoshimitsu will get in there with a hostile takeover.
He's the robber that comes in at night and just steals a couple things and doesn't return again for a couple months. Shoutouts to Yoshimitsu, by the way, the uncontested best player in the world when it comes to versus. Man's never dropped the set in tournament.
No, God, dude! Shoutouts to Yoshimitsu for like beating me at everything.
Yeah, he's really good.
This guy speedruns Tetris Attack for like months. He comes in like in Puzzle League and like in a week or so hits like a 7, like a low 18, which is like just ahead of me.
Also, we didn't.
And then he like,
Cloister, dude. I'm so sad.
Dude, we got to reset the whole marathon.
Just keep resetting Lorelei until you get cloistered.
Dude, why not?
I mean, it could be an actual thing that happens if Lorelei isn't generous enough. Let's hope that's not the case, though.
Alright. Keep going, Lorelei. This is looking good.
Oh, you didn't mystery chain, Tay. I'm actually upset with you, dude.
There we go.
I don't care that you got the kill,
Cloister.
I'm upset.
It's like,
you didn't get my approval, dude.
Oh my gosh, this was the whole reason that Forky hopped on to commentate.
Yeah, for real, dude. I don't care that you're going fast. I want to see a big chain.
Dude, shoutouts to Forky straps, which like are kind of effective,
dude,
but
sometimes they work. Sometimes. Even I don't do them. That's how bad they are.
Shoutouts to not getting the double 4 I needed, and Bruno getting an instant clear.
Yeah, those are rough spots when you get tangled up in combos, kind of like Tay did all the time, and those are basically insta resets when they clear, because they just have so many more blocks on their screen to start clearing, and you're like, yeah, this could go on for many minutes more. But yeah, we are to Bruno. You've seen a couple of the Elite Four members right now.
Boom.
It's actually going to skip Agatha and Lance, sadly.
Dude, Lance got hijacked by Richie, everyone's favorite character.
And now he's fighting Gary. You might think this is the last fight. There are 16 stages. There will be one person after Gary, which we will find out once he takes Gary out here, who has the Nidoqueen, which is probably one of the most intimidating voice lines in the game, I would say. Intimidating or annoying, you pick which way you want to describe it.
Well, Gary did not really help me out there.
Freaking Gary, dude.
Dude, is he just gonna mess up everything? Please? Dude, he might. He did!
Yo, nice, dude. Alright, so we're gonna check out the sick cutscene upcoming.
Yep.
What's going on in my trophy?
Welcome.
This is actually the plot of Harry Potter 4.
Oh my god, dude.
I doubt you have what it takes to defeat me. It is my destiny to crush all.
So yeah, he is here, the puzzle master.
Yeah. Alright. And no resets on Mewtwo, so let's try to get this first try.
You can reset on any stage in the game except Mewtwo. You'll go back to Gary. You gotta beat him in one attempt, which made beating him in a casual playthrough very, very difficult. But yeah, this is the last stage. As soon as Mewtwo dies, that will be the time. And Tay's had a really good endgame here. Let's hope Mewtwo goes smoothly.
going to win.
I'm gonna win.
Time.
Wow, dude. I don't even know what your time was, but that was pretty good.
That was about 28 minutes.
Nice, dude. Sub 30s
Dude.
are really, really good.
Woo! I'm very satisfied with that run, honestly.
And you backed up your talk. Mewtwo is free. Damn, dude. GG.
I'm glad I chained enough there, because, like, he was super low.
He was, dude.
That was
That was a good extension. And
Yeah, so you always...
Tayman there. I think that deserves 5 followers to his Twitch channel. What do you guys think?
Dude, I can't believe it that, like, right now, there's about to be 5 new followers. Can you believe it, man? Okay, so we did finish Underestimate, so I'm gonna... Wait, we gotta watch the final cutscene.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What's happening now? Guess it was just a dream. Huh? Whoa! It wasn't a dream after all, Pikachu. We really did win.
We are the Pokemon Puzzle Master.
About
So I think this... So the plot of this game actually has more relevance to the canon than Orange Islands.
Yeah, probably.
And yeah, that went pretty smoothly, but... KSS was watching me earlier, and I was just getting... I was getting pooped on super hard in my warm-ups, so... Getting sub 30 I'm very happy with. Okay, so... I'm gonna show off some cool swag chains here. These are basically frame perfect or 2 or 3 frame perfect chains you can do in the game. And if Puzzle League players will tell you when you pull off a swag chain usually. Shoutouts to Flagglestan.
Dude, shoutouts to Nick. All 3 of them.
Yeah, including me. Okay, so this is like... doesn't the AI do this chain too sometimes, Forky?
I'm not too sure, maybe.
And I'm dismissing it. Okay, so you can actually, for like 1 or 2 frames, you can make a platform long enough for it to be a chain. So if you do it too early, obviously it's going to just drop. But if you time it right, you can get a chain like that.
Yeah, that's what we call a slide. I think it's a 3-frame trick, actually.
That's the free frame catch. Okay, yeah, so that one's a little easier. And this other one here, I would say this is the hardest one to pull off in the game. What do we even call this, Forky?
I got a little delay, so I'm always a little bit behind. But, alright, let's see.
I got a second try.
This one... This is just like a swap. I'm not too sure on this one. It could be frame perfect. It might be like a little bit of allowance.
If it's not frame perfect, it's like 2 frames. But the reason this works, and correct me if I'm wrong, Forky, but when blocks are... So when I clear these greens here, a flag chain, or a flag chain is, or a chain flag is going to be placed on this purple, right? And if you have any clear, if a clear has a block in it with a chain flag on it, it makes a chain. So if you swap it in, the frame it lands, the chain flag is still on the block, and you get a chain. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds about correct. And KSS saying it in chat, that one's 2 frames, which... That one makes sense. There are a lot of them just deal with blocks landing or like swapping at certain times, and there's several 2 or 3 frame ones. The one that sticks out to me specifically is one that's called a mid-air swap, where you try to grab the panel as it's falling, and that's one of the frame perfect tricks that are in this game. I don't know if you have one of those set up.
We'll see if I do. And, okay, so I've shown that one off. If we end up going... Just let us know if we need to stop, but I don't have a ton of these.
Let's make this the last one, but go ahead.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, I got that one first try. So what you can do here is, like, right before these blocks fall, you can swap them, and then they'll fall and clear.
I think this one's about a 2 to 3 frame trick as well. I'm very
I got
bad
that.
in knowing the timings. I'm like one of the worst people to ask for this. I just do the tricks. I really don't know the timings for them.
Yeah, and I'm being told that that was the last one, but that's fine. There was only that was basically most of them that I had. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a very fun, cozy, impressive run, I hope. So thank you for having me. Thanks everyone who watched. Thanks Forky for hopping on commentary, and all the puzzle peeps in the chat, KSS, FFR Pro. Yeah, anything else you want to say, Forky?
Yeah, NASA, thanks for having us. We've had Puzzle League here on the channel plenty of times. Stay tuned for my good friend Finger Quick. I don't know why he's playing Guitar Hero Aerosmith, but if you want to see a run of it, he's really freaking good at the game, so stick around for that.
Dude, that's going to be my cozy stay up late run, I think.
Yeah, he's silly, but he's good at the game, so I'd recommend watching it.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone.